the way that a cryptocurrency is funded can be quite controversial. It's something that does split opinion. We've seen this before in the past. Zcash launched with a 20% founders fee, and 8 days later it was forked for Z Classic, which had a 0% founders fee because people thought that 20% for 4 years was way too much. And there's other ways to fund coins. You've got ICOs, and you've also got pre-mining. Now, pre-mining is something that isn't very popular in the cryptocurrency community. It is a viable way to raise funds, but the problem is it always seems to have been done wrong. It doesn't help that a lot of cryptocurrencies have been founded, and it's been found later that they pre-mined coins in the beginning without telling anyone else. So they're quite secretive about it. So why is it so bad? Well, pre-mining basically means that, you know, the developers are pre-mining the coins. They're mining the coins in the beginning to accumulate a large number of coins, and they do this when the difficulty is low. And the problem with this is that it centralizes wealth. Now, if it was used correctly, I don't think it would be necessarily a bad thing. The problem is pre-mines, they tend to be quite a lot of coins, more than what the developers should be getting. Now, we brought this up in the live stream yesterday. We were talking about Campus Coin, and this was brought up by Mike Hugh in the stream. So we had a look at the coin, and we were kind of laughing about him. And I hope Mike didn't take it the wrong way, but the reason we were laughing is when we went on to Campus Coin, we saw that it had 200 million coins pre-mined. Now, that is an insane amount, especially when you look at the fact that the total supply, which was originally 2 billion, is now just above 1 billion. So 20% of all the coins have been pre-mined by the developers. Now, can you imagine what that'd be like if, say, someone launched Bitcoin today, and when they launch Bitcoin, they say, oh, by the way, 20% of the whole supply is owned by me. I own it all. I own 20%. Now, that, you know, doesn't sit well with a lot of people. Now, they have explained how they're going to use the money. They say 50 million for airdrops, 25 million for the ambassador program. There's ATM banks, student app registration, and all this. Okay, they have a business plan, but 20% of the total circulation of a supply is an insane amount, and that's why a lot of us were laughing, and a lot of people in the live stream kept saying, this is a scam, this is a scam. Now, this accusation of it being a scam is something that's thrown about quite a lot with cryptocurrencies that have been pre-mined, especially on Bitcoin Talk. When someone launches a new cryptocurrency on Bitcoin Talk, they explain the algorithm, they explain how to mine it, they explain the benefit of the coin, the technology behind it, privacy, security, all that kind of thing. And they talk about that, and then they explain whether it's been pre-mined. And as I said, some people have been sneaky and they've not said whether it's been pre-mined. And by and large, most of the ones have been pre-mined, and you know, they said we've pre-mined this amount. Someone will say it's a scam, it's a scam, it's a scam. Now, I saw a discussion about this from a few years ago on Bitcoin Talk, and one of the replies kind of summarizes it perfectly. Someone asked, this is way back in, when was it? June 2016. So, you know, it's about 2 years nearly. And someone says, why do people consider it a scam and all that? So I'll let you guys read it in full, but there's this reply here from Bathrobe Hero. And he says, pre-mine introduces the need to trust the developers and causes centralization of funds, which are two terrible things in crypto. The pre-mine holder can dump a huge amount of coins in the market at any time, screwing with all the investors, be it ICO participants, miners, etc. So pre-mine coins are risky. Also means the developers are getting paid in advance before they have had to do anything other than cloning a wallet. I'm not going to get to say why paying anonymous people in advance is a terrible idea. Right, so yeah, basically says I'm not going to get into much more detail as to why paying anonymous people in advance is a terrible idea. So basically, here's what he's saying, just to kind of summarize what he's saying there. Someone can just launch a website, you know, just add a website which can take a couple of hours. They can explain what a coin does. They can clone a wallet from another wallet and just change it for their coin. And then they can launch and they'll say, well, we've pre-mined, you know, 1 million coins, but there's 10 million in circulation. Whatever it may be, you know, you saw with Campus Coin, they had 200 million from 1 billion. The problem is, you don't know who these people are. Now, it goes on to say a really good thing here. Devs should be slowly getting funded instead of a pre-mine to motivate them to not abandon their coin. For example, 1% of every coin going to a fund address. I strongly believe if a developer wants to create a successful coin, he can fund it himself. Yeah, let's be honest, most developers have no idea how to make a coin, and they're just experimenting with other people's money, or they simply want to scam people. In your example, coin A has no floor value. Its value is completely arbitrary because it's free to create, and coins need value. Just because someone convinces you that a handful of dirt is valuable doesn't make it so. Basically, the point here is that where's the incentive for a development team to do more, right? So, say for example, I'm going to start KevCoin, right? I'm going to start KevCoin. It's a brand new cryptocurrency. I can copy, say, Z Classic, or fork Z Classic, and I'll do a 1-to-1 ratio to encourage people to come on board. But then you find out that I've actually pre-mined 10 million coins, and there's 100 million supply, whatever it be 10%, 20%, whatever. Now, this is a bad thing, because all I need to do that is a website, a domain name. You know, I could set this up in a few hours, and a wallet, and just change the name of the, you know, change the code so that it says KevCoin instead of Z Classic or whatever. Now, what he's saying is, and I agree with this 100%, is that there has to be some motivation, you know, to mine the coin, to develop the coin future. You know, if you're getting all the money up front, the incentive is kind of lost. Now, you imagine I end up making, you know, millions and millions of dollars from day one. The incentive for me to continue to develop the coin in the future isn't so great. And if the project fails, well, it doesn't really matter to me, because I've got my money. I can cash out. I can cash out a lot of coins, you know, a few months later, and everyone else will lose out. But, you know, I can just abandon the project and say, listen, we found it hard. We didn't do it, blah, blah, blah. And I agree with that. I think that the funds should be, you know, contributed in some sort of way where it's, you know, going there slowly over time, be it a donation fund, be it, I don't know, something, you know, a miner's fee, something like that. Now, we did see, you know, it is worth pointing out that the way that Bitcoin Private worked recently, it wasn't a pre-mine, but the donation fund, I guess you could say that it was giving them millions of dollars up front as well. So I do bear that in mind. And, you know, this is kind of the way that a lot of the problems that I'm saying here with pre-mining can be pointed at ICOs as well. You're giving an organization that you don't know who they are, and you're giving them millions and millions of dollars. The thing is, if the coin is a success or not with an ICO or with pre-mining, it doesn't really matter to them, because they've been paid. Now, I said this in the stream last night, and it's kind of absurd, but I think it does kind of address the point. Can you imagine that when you start working at 16, you're going to work on a job until you're 65, and they just gave you $1 million and say, okay, that's your money until you're 65. You know, just keep working. The incentive to go into work every day once you've been paid isn't there. You know, a little bit of a silly analogy, but I think it does address the point that giving an unknown organization, unknown people, a huge amount of funds at the beginning isn't always good. And that's why when you go into Bitcoin Talk and you go into any announcement of a coin and you see that a lot of money has been pre-mined, then it doesn't exactly fill people with confidence. And as I said, it's the same thing with ICOs. There's a lot of people that are launching ICOs now, and, you know, it's all flashy websites, but there's no substance to it, and there's no incentive for them to do well in the future. I do realize and I do appreciate that coins have to be funded, developers have to be paid, but there's a lot of scams out there, guys, and you really do need to be careful. And I must admit, when I see a coin that's been pre-mined with a huge amount of pre-mined coins, you know, my spidey sense starts tingling, and I think, okay, this could be a scam. It's not always the case, but it does, you know, it does make me suspicious. So I'll link to that article, and you can read it for yourself in that post. I think it was a really good post that explains it all. But I'd love to hear what you guys think about this. I realise that everyone won't agree with me on this, but, you know, having one organisation centralise all the wealth in the beginning, be it developers, be it a company, be it whatever, is really the best thing to do. And it's certainly not going to encourage miners like myself to jump on board, because, well, you're kind of, you know, all the difficulties higher and they've got all the coins already. And what is the incentive of the development team to continue to develop a coin if they've been paid already? That's one of the surprising things. And again, I will admit that the same accusations could be pointed at what Bitcoin Private did with their donation fund, and it's the same accusation that could be pointed towards ICOs. But I'd love to hear your view on this subject. I'm not claiming to be an expert on this subject, but I have always been hesitant about coins that have been mined, like pre-mined before the launch. So let me know what you think about this in the comment area. Thanks again to everyone who took part in the live stream last night, because we did discuss this. I wanted to expand upon it and put it across to those who didn't watch the live stream. Thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you all very soon. Take care.